everyone, Lee Martin here from sportsbookreview.com. We're now in week 7 of the NFL, and I must say, we're going to need a great comeback after those rough losses last week. I finished 1-4. So I'm just going to jump right into my picks for week 7. But real quick, go ahead, give us a like and subscribe to our channel so you never miss any new content. Now let's get to it. For my first pick of the week, I'm going to check out the Detroit Lions in Atlanta. The Falcons are currently favored 2.5 points over the Lions. Last week, they managed their first win of the season against the Vikings, and they'll have home field advantage in week 7. However, the Falcons are 0-3 at home, and the data has shown that home field advantage is not a factor this year. The Lions last week finally looked like a team I thought they'd look like heading into the season. Not a playoff team by any means, but certainly not one of the top 5 worst in the NFL. The Lions are actually 2 blown leads away from being 4-1. So we know they can actually be competent for at least part of the game. They just need to learn to put it together for the full 60 minutes. On the other hand, I'm not going to put too much stock into the Falcons coming off of their first win of the season versus a Vikings team that is potentially headed for a top 5 pick in the draft. If the Lions can establish the run game early with DeAndre Swift, who's coming off of a 116-yard performance, I think they can win this game outright. I'm backing the Lions plus 2.5 at Heritage. Let's check out my second pick of the week with the Tennessee Titans versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. These two teams finally match up again after their rescheduled game in week 4 due to the Titans' COVID outbreak. I think this is a wonderful matchup. It's only the 8th time in NFL history that 2 unbeaten teams are facing off with at least 5 wins each. The Steelers have one of the toughest scoring defenses in the NFL, and it shows, being one of the teams that allowed the least amount of points scored on them. Tennessee, on the other hand, came back from COVID-19 in week 5 and beat the Bills 42-16. In the following week 6, the Titans then put up another 42 points to beat Houston 42-36. Ryan Tannehill now has 13 passing touchdowns and has only thrown 2 interceptions in 5 games, and has the second best quarterback rating in the NFL. I like Tennessee here because of the strengths of their victories, and the fact that the Steelers have benefited from a soft schedule to start. I'm going with the dog in this matchup. I'm backing the Tennessee Titans plus 1.5 at BetOnline. For my third pick of the week, let's go to Arizona where the Seahawks are road chalk. The Seahawks are coming off of a bye week, which means possible MVP Russell Wilson has had plenty of rest. So far this season, Wilson has a total of 19 passing touchdowns and gains 331 yards per game. The Cardinals are at home, but they do not have a quarterback like Russell Wilson. Kyler Murray is in fact coming off of a 38-10 win against the Cowboys in week 6, making the team 4-2. However, he completed only 9 passes out of 24 for a total of 188 yards, 80 of which came off of 1 throw. I think Kyler Murray is a bit overhyped right now, and even though he can turn into an MVP-type player, he just isn't that guy right now. I'm going to back the team that is 5-0 with the MVP favorite. I'm taking the Seattle Seahawks -3 at BetOnline. Let's jump into my fourth pick of the week with the LA Chargers versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm going to start with Jacksonville. Oh, how you disappoint me, Jacksonville. The team is running a 5-game losing streak and holds the worst defense in the NFL, allowing 414.5 yards per game. The Chargers don't have the best record either, but they're coming off of a bye week and should be fully rested for a game at home. Justin Herbert looks like the steal of the draft right now and a definite franchise quarterback. Not only that, but he's adjusting extremely well to the NFL, and if not for a few tough breaks, could have wins versus the Chiefs and the Saints under his belt. I expect to see LA break through Jacksonville's defense and put points up on the board. I'm taking the LA Chargers -7.5 at Heritage. Last but not least, my 5th pick of the week. I'm taking Monday Night Football with Chicago Bears and the LA Rams. First off, the Rams are coming off of a loss of 24-16 against the 49ers. In my opinion, that's embarrassing because the 49ers have not looked good and have 20 players on injured reserve. Yes, the Rams are 4-2, but all of their wins have come against the NFC East, a division that has as many total wins as the Bears do this year. The 5-1 Bears are coming off 2 wins versus the Bucs and the Panthers, in which their defense looked like the top 3 unit. People will talk about the offensive powerhouses in the league as Super Bowl contenders, regardless of how bad their defense is. So why don't we talk about the defensive powerhouses in the same light? The Bears' defense consistently does enough to win every game, and then they just rely on their offense to make a couple plays to seal the victory. The Bears and Rams have played twice in the past 2 years, and Jared Goff and the Rams offense have only been able to put up a combined 23 points in those 2 games. I don't expect the Rams to do any better in this one, and 6 points is just way too much. I'm backing the dog again in this one. I'm taking the Bears +6 at Heritage. Well, that's all I have for Week 7 in the NFL. If you'd like to check out all of SBR's NFL content, then go to sbrpicks.com/NFL. If you'd like to discuss my picks with me, then write in the comments below or give me a follow on Twitter at LeeMartinSports. Be sure to also give this video a like and subscribe to our channel, that way you never miss any content. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next week with my picks for NFL Week 8. Good luck.